Good morning, good afternoon, good evening around the world. My name is Doug Brunke. I'm not in Sedona, which is my background at the Sanctuary Resort, but I will say it's one of the more fun places and more inspiring places that I've been to in the last few years. It's located in northern Arizona, kind of near Flagstaff, north of Phoenix, probably an hour and a half outside Dwight of Phoenix. Certainly not more than 2 hours.
Oh no, it's less than 2 hours. It's a straight shot up the expressway until you have to get off on 89.
So certainly, hopefully everybody's taking some time off this summer to be able to do some fun things. And those of us who have spent time in Phoenix, one of the things that's important is to get out of town because 115 Fahrenheit on a regular basis is a lot to take, and it's a lot cooler up in Sedona. Not
Well,
a lot cooler.
if I can add to that, Doug, and that, then anyone that goes up there should go up Oak Creek Canyon and alternate 89 up to Flag and that's a beautiful drive up the up through the canyon.
It is a beautiful area, and if you've been in that kind of region, the Grand Canyon is so big and so large, but when you get to places like Sedona or Zion and Bryce in southern Utah, there's an intimacy involved and a spectacularness that is extraordinary. Today's conversation is League of Opportunities. We have a League of Extraordinaries, extraordinary leaders, and everybody part of Global Chamber, has some element of it being extraordinary in what they're offering and what they're doing in the world. It takes extra effort, it takes extra creativity and innovation and thoughtfulness to be successful on a long-term basis on the global side. That's why we call that other event League of Extraordinaries. A League of Opportunities is a little bit different. It allows members to talk about what opportunities are coming up for other members, and hopefully there's connections made, not just to what those opportunities are, but through the interaction by the members and non-members in the audience. There are non-members in the audience at this one. At League of Extraordinaries, it's only members. In this one, there are some non-members in the audience. All the people speaking, however, are members. I'd like to start with Ann Patterson of Blue Tiger International. I think, Ann, need to leave a little bit early. You've got something that's very special because all of us doing international business recognize that there are some dynamics on the international stage that are creating additional challenges. Could you share more about what could help that? And
Can you hear me now?
oh, there you are. How
Yeah.
are you? I don't think we've or maybe we've talked in person. I'm not sure, but it's great to see you. Thank you
Yeah,
for joining.
likewise.
Where are
Likewise.
you
And
zooming in from?
I'm coming in from the shores of Connecticut, the south coast of Connecticut. So
Okay.
my background is blurry because I'm in my home office, but it's very green. At least you can see that. So it's the antithesis of Arizona right now. Very green and very cool.
Fantastic. Well, tell us a little bit more about trade and how we can handle it better.
Sure. So just some clarification here. I am representing Tom Cook, who couldn't make it today. Tom Cook is the person you all want to get to know. He's the managing director of Blue Tiger International. And I'm sure Doug will either during my pitch here or as we close the meeting, talk about the Globinar coming up in September, where Tom will actually have the stage. We are a supply chain consultancy, and I would say primarily focused on global trade, and in particular, not surprisingly, tariffs and tariff mitigation right now. So I joined the company about 4 years ago to manage marketing and business development. So my responsibilities are to get Tom speaking engagements and writing engagements and memberships in organizations such as Global Chamber.
Sorry about that, Anne.
Okay. So I know about enough to be dangerous, but I can definitely represent Blue Tiger in this type of meeting, which, as I understand it from Doug and Cesar, is making we're sort of in our onboarding process with Global Chamber. And this is one of the opportunities where we get to build awareness of our company and our services. And it's all about sort of building that baseline for referrals. And so I'm sorry that I can't stay on today and learn about everyone's companies here so that we can generate some referrals your way. But I do have a hard stop. So thanks, Doug, again for letting me go first. A little bit more about Blue Tiger. Let me just kind of refer to my notes here. The company is over 30 years old and basically in logistics and supply chain that entire time. We have a network of agents around the world, probably more than 100 in various countries. And of course, in China, that's, brokers and shippers and manufacturers. In more recently, building up the network and the team in Mexico, helping folks set up maquiladores and so we have engineers on the team that can help qualify materials issues, et cetera, to bolster and add resilience to supply chain. With respect to tariffs and tariff mitigation, the big growth path for both Blue Tiger and I would argue for many, many companies right now is in defining and developing mitigation strategies to kind of protect the supply chain landed costs from the impacts of tariffs, but also in so doing, kind of dampen some of the noise in the supply chain. And one of the best solutions, one of the ones that we're most active implementing right now, is foreign trade zones. So if you have anybody in your network that's concerned or interested or curious about foreign trade zones, we're your go-to company. A foreign trade zone is basically a carve out in your own warehouse or in a 3PL space that exists outside the financial area of the US. So goods that come into a foreign trade zone haven't cleared customs yet. So you have that buffer of time and actually some value adds. You can convert what we call inversion. You can import raw materials, do a manufacturing or assembly process inside your foreign trade zone, and then you pay duty and customs only when that material exits your foreign trade zone, which is typically at a much lower duty rate. So those are the kinds of things that we're very active in right now. One thing that is important to note about Blue Tiger is we are sort of industry agnostic. We help food providers, consumer products, medical, cold chain, even in the food area, consumer packaged goods. So across the industry verticals. And then as far as the application of some of these, we're also working in addition to the importers, primary importers and exporters. We also have a growing interest on the part of 3PLs, third-party logistics providers, who want to offer to their customers the capacity to do a foreign trade zone inside the facility that they're actually leasing. So that's a probably lesser known application of a foreign trade zone, but it's very applicable. And many companies of any size, of course, are using the 3PL to manage their warehousing and logistics, and in some cases, assembly and other value-added services. So let me say one more thing, and then I'll open it up for a few questions, because I know we don't want any one company to take too much time here. Tom is and always has been willing to offer a free or a complimentary 2-hour consult to a client or a prospect or a curious shipper or somebody in the industry to explore what their specific actions might be to mitigate tariffs and just determine if there's a path forward. So that's our sort of free prize bonus for people coming into this call. And at this point, I'll take any questions that anybody has. And Doug, I'll leave it to you to sort of talk a little bit more about the event coming up in September, since I think you're still working on the finals there.
Thank you very much. Does anybody have a question? We don't have, we probably have time for one question. So please.
I have a question, Doug. Hi, Anne.
Hi.
I want to understand, we focus on exporters from US or importers from US or both?
Importers to the US, exporters from the US primarily. And we do
All
have
right.
a number of international clients, but those two, focusing on importers to the US, those would be potentially people that are facing tariff issues. They don't have to be based in the US. So virtually anyone that's importing to the US.
Any particular sectors, Anne?
No, industry agnostic.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Is an extraordinary, Tom is an extraordinary, knowledgeable, one of the top leaders in understanding how to mitigate these risks. He's also just personally, he's hanging out near where most of the Brunkies live in my family in the world, in Massapequa, Long Island, or nearby Massapequa. So kind of across I guess that's the Sound, right?
Yep.
Long Island Sound from where you are, Anne. So thank you for your leadership in bringing this important story. Also, the foreign trade zone story is a key aspect of how can some of this be mitigated. There's also product classification. There's a variety of ways to get around some of these things. There's significant challenges, but Tom is a key resource. And so, Anne, please put your information, if you haven't already in the chat, and feel free to add that. I know you need to go as well. So thank you for today.
Thank you.
If anybody has any, if you can't get a hold of Tom or Anne now or during this meeting or after this meeting, and you hit yourself and say, oh, there was that person, Tom or Anne or somebody, just reach out to info@globalchamber.org or to Cesar or I or however you come into Global Chamber, we'll figure out a way to get you over there. Let's go to Scotland and Andrew Wallace and Greg Ross. There's a couple things that I'll mention after they speak, but one of the extraordinary aspects of what they provide is that they help companies grow globally as well. And since that's of high interest to us and to all of our members, if you've got Scotland on the radar screen, you've found the right people to approach. Andrew and Gregor, thank you for your time. What would you like to share today? What opportunity?
Yeah, well, first of all, thank you, Doug, and good to see everyone. Look forward to hearing the other presentations, and thank you, Anne. I'm sure Blue Tiger's a company we will certainly be in touch with when you hear what we do. So Caesar asked us to pose a question at some point today, but I'm going to do it in the beginning so you can ponder it. It's really, what's the one challenge you'd love to solve faster with the right partner? And so if you could just ponder that. So I suppose before we tell you a bit about Lincus, just to give you a bit of background, Gregor and I have been in business for over 30 years. I know we may look really young on the screen. It can be deceiving. But the last 15 years of our time has been at C-suite level, leading sort of large corporates, smaller SMEs, and also family businesses. So we've been at all sizes of company. And wherever Gregor and I have been, we've driven growth And we also like engaging with people and ensuring that the people see the vision and can drive that vision. So we've also enjoyed, we don't only keep ourselves to Scotland, we do venture out, as most Scottish people do. I'm sure a few of you have relations that are Scottish. You know, we have had lots of global experience setting up businesses and supply chain routes, be it through China, India, Middle East, Africa, and also the US. And so we've taken that 30 years of experience and come up with Lincus. Greg and I have also known each other for about 37 years, would you believe? Went to university together, but our career paths separated. And we've been primarily construction-based and construction building products for myself, but Gregor's gone across electronics, computing, life sciences, you know, high-end hi-fi, the list goes on. So about what's one thing's for sure is that no matter which business you're in, there's quite common sort of problems. So I'd like to share a slide with you on Lincus, if that's all right, and just to share with you. So hopefully you can see the screen here. Are you seeing the screen there?
It come in. Yep.
Brilliant. And hopefully the slide will click on. Is that moving on?
And it's moving too. Yeah.
Brilliant, brilliant technology. Okay, so we're a global business solutions company. Gregor's going to take you through the 4 areas that we get involved in. So, Gregor.
Yeah, so the branding, the 4 different coloured circles, each represent one of the sectors we're in. So we started in December last year, and we knew one thing: we didn't want to be pure consultancy. We love working globally, so we wanted to be more than just a pure consultant. The first ring is C-suite services. So this is really fractional top-level management. That can be non-exec directors. It can be advisory in nature. It can be myself. It could be Andy that comes into your business. We are not a recruitment company, but we have around 25 plus other C-suite directors that we can pull in under the Lincus banner to help you with your work or business. And this works really, really well with the next circle, which is more your pure business consultancy. So this can be helping with your strategic direction. It can be tailored solutions. It can be advisory. So for example, to cover both these circles and how they really work well together, one of the companies we're working with in the UK, they're in the construction industry. Andy went into work on 2 to 3 days retained per month. He's ended up doing advisory work. We are both in there doing project work and digital transformation. From our C-suite, we have pulled in a CTO that's helping us monthly on some of those process changes. We are bringing a CFO in on some of the finance because the company's wanting to double in size over the next 5 years and eventually sell. And they're also firming up their quality management side of the business. So again, we've pulled in a quality director that works for them a couple of days every month. And all this, the important thing is it happens under the Lincus banner. So it's really a wraparound service. So the people we work with don't need to worry about going out to 5 to 6 to 7 different companies. They can hopefully get the services they need from myself, Andy, and the wider group at Lincus.
And I suppose the important thing to say is associated companies. So that might be some companies that are on this call today that we don't know yet. They can help with that. And I suppose the third ring is where really Global Chamber comes into it. We're helping businesses with market expansion, and that could be developing a new product and sourcing components to pull together in a supply chain. It could be setting up sales teams or sales channels, say in India or the Middle East through EOR or PEO type scenarios, and helping businesses really just get moving sort of globally. And this is where we feel the Global Chamber will be a real asset to helping us with the businesses that we get involved in, both in the UK or out with the UK. And we'll give you an example of what some companies we're helping that are not actually UK based. The other area is we've both been through scenarios where we've been helping businesses to exit. And in fact, Gregor has gone the other side of an MBO in his career. And we've always been able to source funding for businesses, either from government funding or through PE, private equity, or commercial loans. And again, we're helping businesses. The company that Gregor referred to. We've within a few weeks of getting in the door there, we've helped them find £40,000 in local grants to carry out projects that we're looking at, and we've also helped them secure commercial loan for an acquisition they're looking to sort of carry out. So I suppose the four areas, I don't know whether you noticed the subtle change in our logo, but that's basically where the, it's like a Venn diagram. We go in, we establish gaps, we fill those gaps. If we can't do it, or our C-suite can't do it, we'll find companies like, say, Blue Tiger, perhaps in the future, that could also do that. So really, we're connecting expertise to drive growth in businesses, and we're not going to labor too much longer on this, but just to give you a flavor, this is a software company who are working in on an advisory basis. We're helping them with strategy and governance, but from a global perspective, we're actually helping them with their go-to-market. We're out with the UK as well as in the UK. We're actually assisting them directly with business development in India, where we've got a lot of experience. And we're also helping them source funding, and also taking them, to the next stage of their development. So sorry, Gregor, I took that. You can perhaps take the next one.
No, and just another quick example, we're already working in China, the US, along with India that Andy's mentioned, and Japan as well. This example here, it's really focused on the market expansion side. So it's market research we're helping with, the regulatory side as well. We're helping with sales partners on a commission basis, and obviously looking for tool manufacturing partners as well. So really, hopefully it's coming across that myself and Andy may be based in Scotland. We love the rain, the wet weather, but more than that, we love working globally.
Yeah. So I suppose, coming back to then, really putting that question to you, if you've got a problem or a challenge in any business, any sector, any country, we'd love to help you, basically.
Fantastic.
If we can.
Any questions for these gentlemen, Andrew and Gregor? Along the way, it's going to be a little bit tight timing. So along the way, if you have questions, raise your hand. Sadia, do you have a question?
Yes, good morning. How are you? Thank you for being here. Do you work with companies in the United States?
Yes.
Okay,
Absolutely.
that was my question. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yes.
Great presentation, by the way.
Well, thank you.
Thanks so much.
Welcome.
Excellent. Nikhil, good morning, good afternoon, good evening.
Good to see you, Mr. Doug, and great to see you all. Thank you for an excellent presentation, Mr. Andrew and Mr. Gregor. I have a ready client to work with you. He's one of the leading.
So sorry.
Hello.
Go ahead, please.
I'm so sorry. I thought somebody was speaking. Anyhow, my apologies. So, Mr. Andrew and Mr. Gregor, I have a $75 million engineering services giant from India. They are already doing great work in the Middle East and certain parts of the world. They are the largest contractors to Honeywell in India. And they wish to venture into Scotland. Let me check if they can connect with you, because they've been in touch with me since the past 2 months. I haven't been able to get it something really well worked out. Since you're based in Scotland, I think you might be the right people to connect with. So let me connect with you offline. Thank you.
I'm pretty sure they are the right ones, for sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
Great. Thank you, Nikhil. Stephen Nikokiris, do you do any work in Scotland? Are you available to say hi? Since we were talking about Connecticut earlier, Stephen might be on another call, or
He's on mute, I think.
Stepped away. Oh, are you on mute?
Yes, I guess I was on mute, but I'm off mute. No, hello and thank you, Doug. I'm a CPA with CBiz. We're a global firm, the 7th largest firm in the country, serving middle market, growing companies that are doing business all over the world. I don't have any current business in Scotland, but I've done business, in the area, and I appreciate the presentation, and would hopefully keep the gentleman top of mind.
Fantastic.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks, Stephen.
Fantastic. So thank you so much for the information. We'll continue to go around the room. However, I do want to mention, I think we've got some exciting news coming up with you gentlemen with Global Chamber. Anything you'd like to share?
Yes, well, on the initial experience of the Global Chamber and, several discussions with Doug and the team there, we're looking to set up a chapter or metro here in Scotland and become exec directors. So we're hoping to sort of kick that off and grow the family, if you like, over here. And so that's something that Greg and I are very excited about. And, we look forward to sort of moving that forward.
Yeah, watch this space.
We've got a few announcements in the UK to make. We haven't officially announced it, but last night in London at our summer barbecue, we announced that Katie Keith, who's been our executive director, is turning over the reins to a lady that we've known for many years. And when Katie's becoming the advisory board chair for Global Chamber London, and Zainab Al-Khairo, who we've known and worked with through our partners, it's turned into a magical transition, or will turn into a magical transition. Every transition we've done in London has been progressively better and better, and so that's what you want to have happen. And the other aspect of that is with these gentlemen coming on in Scotland and their interest also in Northern England and the connections there, our team in the UK gets stronger and stronger. So thank you for the presentation. You are definitely a go-to leaders for any business coming in and out of Scotland, and thank you for all of your leadership and your collaboration. Thank you.
Thank you, Doug. And thanks, everyone.
It's been great to learn more. Another dynamic duo. I'm sorry I didn't mention you right at the beginning, Anna and Monica, are two ladies in North Carolina who lead Tapestry Partner Solutions. It's a organizational transformation group that just happens to be doing an event also in Tucson, Arizona this fall. And so hopefully we'll be able to get the mayor involved one way or another. Organizational transformation is critical these days more than ever because of technology changes, because of the shift toward globalization. Anna and Monica, are you available to speak and share more about your opportunity?
Absolutely. Thanks so much for the warm welcome. It's great to meet everyone. Glad to be here. This is our first official Global Chamber meeting, so we are brand new members. What an exciting welcome to come into the group. So we do transformation work, but we start with the humans, and so we think we are a human-centric organization. And so I'll start with my personal introduction. So as Doug mentioned, based in North Carolina in the US, I'm a Gen Xer. I'm a mom. I am a crafter. I have lots of arts and crafts all over my house. I love to travel and read and play board games with my family. And we'll tell you all about our organizational focus in just a moment. Monica, let's see if my partner is available for a quick intro as well.
Yes, hi everyone. I am Monica Brunash. I'm the also partner with Anna for Tapestry Partner Solutions. I am the introvert of the pair, so typically Anna does front facing and I do behind the scenes, but I sometimes take front stage as well where needed. In terms of personal aspects, I do reside in the US and North Carolina as well, and I also love to travel. I love to eat food, not cook it. I love, going to art museums and botanical gardens and spending time with family, but then also binge watching on the couch with my husband. So that just gives a little bit about me personally. And then professionally, before Anna dives into her background as well, I have a background in process design, process optimization, learning and leadership development, project management, and employee experience as well.
Awesome. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. We appreciate the time today. And we will start with a quick Tapestry Partner Solutions intro as well. And then we're going to spend a little time focused on something that's a very important for our workforce across the world today. So on a personal note, I spent almost 18 years growing up at Bank of America. Along the way, I had background in learning and leadership development, as well as employee engagement, training, call center management, and call center training and development. I built a parallel career for myself as an employee resource group leader and launched Bank of America's intergenerational employee group in 2012, and have spent the last decade and a half thinking and talking about intergenerational dynamics. And that is part of our focus at Tapestry Partner Solutions. So we are thinking and talking about really the not just future workforce, but current workforce and the talent crisis that is happening around the world, that is varying based on geography and industry, but a crisis nonetheless, with baby boomers retiring, varying populations of Gen Xers in the workforce, and Gen Z potentially not having the skills they need or not have skills matching with the employers that really need that critical workforce. So it is not, as I said, a future workforce challenge. It's now, and that is the core of the work that we do, in the way that intertwines and overlaps with core skills development and building the employee's skill set. We also are the owners of the Global ERG network. And so we'll come back to you with some Tapestry opportunities in the future. But today we're actually going to talk about Jen and the Global ERG network. And we are focused on employee resource groups. So these are sometimes called staff networks, employee networks. There are varying different terms to refer to these groups around the world. But these are volunteer employees that are raising their hands to connect, engage, build amazing communities that are providing deep value to companies around the world. And we provide a variety of different services that I'll share in a moment. So I'll ask you to think about, we're super curious to know if any of our member organizations have employee resource groups or business resource groups. You might have employee councils in your organization. Some companies are more focused on a council model rather than a kind of group model, but many companies have had them for years. Others are just getting started. And our partners we work with partners across the spectrum. So we have some organizations that we talked to someone this week that has had ERGs for almost 50 years, which is just stunning. And then we have organizations that are startups today. What we are seeing in a shift is that these groups started in the 1970s and as typically advocacy groups and connection groups to support some of our most marginalized groups of employees. Over the years, these organizations have shifted into really impact and kind of power. It's like a power infusion for your organization. These are your most engaged employees that are raising their hands and saying, I want to be part of the veterans leadership group, the women's group, the Latino employees group, and they are connecting and providing both cultural relevance and insights to their organizations, camaraderie and engagement and support to each other that deepens retention and ultimately benefits businesses in a variety of different ways. So what started as grassroots kind of support groups are now really able to deliver measurable business results in many ways and are being asked to do that. I would say the fastest growing trend that we're seeing is particularly due to various climates is executives saying in the C-suite saying, what's the return on investment? And why do we have these groups? What is the value to our organization? How do we support them in the right way? What energy and resources do we put behind them? And what's the ROI? Is the big question. We are also seeing an increased demand for understanding how cross ERG collaboration, so these groups working together, really meets the intersections of identity and helps deepen the understanding of who we are as human beings, And that translates into how we know our customers. If we think of our employees often as the microcosm of our customer bases, they are our best knowledge base of what our customers and clients need out in the world. So Jen, as what our role is in the industry, between the two of us, Monica and I have almost 30 years of ERG experience, firsthand leading, doing the work in Fortune 100 organizations, both ones that we have been employed in and those that we have consulted and partnered and worked with. Built ERGs from scratch in a couple of the world's most complex companies. And so these are a couple of the services that you see on the screen. So we have our Spark series, which is our monthly webinar series, where we provide insights, tools, tactics, strategies for ERG leaders to be empowered. Our collab is our website, our internal membership site that includes libraries that are chock full of our own replays, as well as tools, templates, downloadables, other pieces for community members to use. We also partner with organizations to create strategic roadmaps and thinking about how to really tap into the deep value of their employee organizations, regardless of the nomenclature, be it councils, ERGs, affinity groups, etc. We can help build out that 3 to 5 year plan that really helps organizations go from whatever point A is to the next spot. And then the last piece, before I go real quick, Doug, into the opportunity, because I promise I'll get there really fast, is we do also provide our consulting services. And most of our clients and partners are typically 1 or 2 person offices. So they are program managers or HR leaders or executives that are embedded in an organization and are probably not going to get a lot of budget or headcount. And so we are able to provide fractional services as well as strategic consulting to help solve those problems. So as Doug mentioned, I'll get here really quickly. So the big opportunity that we want to share with everyone, we are getting together in person in Tucson this fall. We're so excited to bring together and focus on how these organizations are moving from advocacy, expanding their impact, to really deepen across the organizations. We are really excited that the tickets to this event also include tickets to our first quarter virtual summit, which we'll share some more info about as we get that up and running. But we are thrilled to welcome everyone there. We have a special code for chamber members that we're happy to share with you that will provide a little discount on registration. And we hope to see, I don't know if we'll see Doug, but maybe some chamber connections there.
No, undoubtedly. City of Phoenix is already interested, and so looking forward to that. I'm not sure we have time, except maybe one quick question. I don't see any hands raised. Were there any questions in the chat? Very active chat today. That's really cool. Anybody have any questions or thoughts for the ladies?
Hi, this is Basil. I don't have a question, but I'd love to connect with you. I am with the BL Networking Institute. I think that we can work well together.
That would be great. Basil, you're in the Washington, D.C. area. He's a new member. We've known each other for quite a while, and he's an expert on networking. And just an amazing, around the whole methodology. And so Anne earlier mentioned about an event that we're doing in September, which I forgot to mention. We don't have any details about Tom Cook and the tariff and the trade mitigation type strategies, but another initiative that we'll have is with Basil around networking and the whole process of that. So thank you. Thank you for joining Global Chamber, and thank you for joining today.
My pleasure.
Yeah, wonderful. Please reach out. We're excited to meet you. We're excited to meet everyone. At the risk of being hyperbolic, we're glad to meet everyone on the call. And thank you so much for spending this time with us and together.
Do you have, how do you feel about healthcare? Do you do work there?
Oh, we have a ton of healthcare connections. We actually have deep relationships with a couple of large hospital systems across the country, as well as medical suppliers and healthcare organizations. So that is as one of our deepest industry pockets right now.
Okay, I have an amazing connection for you. So that's great.
We love it.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Let's now go to Mexico. And Paola, I believe is on the call, and maybe even Hugo as well at Sivas, and their technology and call center and support services are legendary. And I think you've got an opportunity for us. Are you there?
Yes. Hi, Doc. How are you?
A whole lot. How are you? Good to see you. And we look forward to hearing more. What's new with you? And I think we need to, let's see if we can figure out how to change could you, ladies,
Yes, stop presenting.
Anna, there we go.
Thank
Now
you.
we see you. How are you?
Good, good. I'm very glad to be here. Thank you, Doc. Thank you, everyone, for being here. And it's always good to be at Global Chamber Virtual League of Opportunities. And I would like to share a presentation as I keep speaking. And well, about me. I'm Paula Calderon. I'm from Cibos. I'm in Mexico. I'm a Mexican mom of two. And since 18 years back, I've been around Cibos. And right now, Cibos has a strong offer in call centers and also tools for and channels for managing your customers. So we believe great customer service. It's not just about answering calls. It's also about creating meaningful conversations and solving doubts and building long-term relationships. So it's very what we believe. And also, I was wondering if you guys know that 70% of customers prefer support via WhatsApp or SMS or other messaging apps. So it's been quite a thing, the channels that we connect right now. So this is we offer multi-channel attention managing systems and also platforms that can connect you through different channels to your customers. And in the last year, we've collaborated with also customers in the US and that need customer care centers. So, it's our own platform. So it's great to offer this service when we are able to provide you all the information you need as you want it, as you can analyze it. And it's an English and Spanish speaking call center. So our team becomes an extension of your team, of your purpose and what you want to do with your customers. It's a personalized service. And when you are hiring or adding a call center to your customer care service, the only thing that happens is growth. Do you have more time to bring new customers in or to the important things that are meaningful to you in your business? Our model in action, it's agile, digital, and customer-centric model. It's a multi-channel communication. Also, it's a smart profiling because you get to know each one of your customers and the history that they've done around your company. You give a fast response. It's a specialized support, and also it's secured because we have ISO 27001 and all information is always yours. It's all about measures and all about information and data analysis. So it's important to know what is going on with your customers, and you get to know it through different ways, and also KPIs and other information, and everything is measured. So in this very, very quick presentation, I would like to share with you why choose Cibos. Since we're in Mexico, we can offer a call center that's a bilingual, English and Spanish speaking. And we have a very human first approach. We're a tech company, but we believe that humans use technology to improve their skills. And so it's what we do and what we offer to each client. And the integration to other softwares is possible. And we are cloud-based, fast to deploy and ready to make you scale. So our ideal customer it's any small and medium-sized U-size companies that are in need of customer care or support for their customers. How do you know if you are in need? Well, when you have a lot of time assisting your customers and you don't have time to bring more. Also, when you are growing and you need someone to take care of your customers and your growth is not unattended. Also, there is a fun fact that 95% of the users prefer companies that reach out before they're reaching in. And when you know about your customers, then you're calm and secure that they are listening from you. And if you don't listen from your customers, then it means they might be buying from the competence or might not be comfort with what you're offering. So it's very good to have ears everywhere. And that's why the channels are great for everyone. Well, I guess it's a very quick presentation, but I'm taking this 5 minutes to really give you good information.
Sivas has been a longtime member, very successful, supported many members, and because of their strength, because of their capabilities, we're just always pleased to be working with you and give you the opportunity to meet new people. So thank you for sharing today. Does anybody have any questions or thoughts or potential ideas for this outsourced support for companies?
Let me add something. Maybe some questions might pop up when I say that if you contact us through this presentation, you get a 25% discount on the first 3 months of call center services.
Amazing.
And yeah, it's a cool thing. There are different channels you can reach us: LinkedIn, through the webpage, SMS, WhatsApp calls, in this phone number, and email us. Or you can comment Sivos on the chat and I can send you the presentation. And give me your email, please, too.
Are most of your clients in the US?
We're entering to the US. So we have a couple customers in the US. And we know that this service is good for them. There is a lot of call centers that offer other things to the US around. We focus on customer care and help desk.
Fantastic. Well, thank you very much for sharing today.
Thank you,
Another international, very global oriented company supporting global growth. Mohammed here from Istanbul or from Ankara, I believe, is our global advisor for Iraq, another very global leader. Thank you for joining today and appreciate your participation. Always learning and always participating. Anything new on your side from Turkey?
Not really. I was concentrating on Iraq right now. And also, I am taking this opportunity to thank you, Doug, for giving the opportunity to be a part of Global Chamber. Yesterday, I had 3 meetings with the Global Chamber members. So it looks like that we will continue and grow together more in the near future, hopefully. Thank you very much.
You never know exactly where things will stand, but when you know you talk to people that are professional and ethical and solid, that good things come out of it. Leon Pereira is in the call, would be another example of that. One of my visits, I lived in Singapore for a while, and one of my return visits early on in Global Chamber, I had a little bit of time in the afternoon, so I visited a guy named Leon Pereira who had an office, has an office near where I worked at the center there on Sentosa Island or off Sentosa Island. And we met and we've stayed in touch, and subsequently he was successfully sold his business to Yamada Consulting, and now living in Singapore. He's also living in New York. He and I have met in Los Angeles. He's based out of, so he's working in Tokyo and Singapore. So you are Mr. Global. Anything going on your side that we should know about?
No, I mean, I've set up my base in New York 6 months ago. Really enjoying it. Great place to do business. Great place to live. Dividing time a little bit. So I'm trying to get cross-border mid-market M&A deals between Asia/Japan and the US. So looking for companies that are looking for investment, looking to acquire companies, across those regions. But yeah, really enjoying it, having fun. I'd love to learn how to network more effectively because that's kind of my bread and butter now, and I have to do that. So, and also looking forward to learning from all the other people on the call. Great to have been in touch with you, and very very glad to have joined as a member of Global Chamber. I think I found it very very useful. I remember Doug told me Global Chamber is much more than just networking. It's strategic connections, right? And I certainly benefited from that. Love engaging with the full-time staff. They're incredibly helpful and responsive. And yeah, I think all the moving parts in Global Chamber, really are coming together to make an impact. And so very glad to be here.
Really appreciate it. We pay Leon a lot of money to say nice things like that. So thank you. Another global leader here that I'd like us to finish up with is Yamero, who is in one of our centers around the world in Puerto Rico. As many of you know, Cesar Trabanco is based in Puerto Rico. That's where our strategic connection center is. And so Yamo, thank you for joining us today. What opportunity would you like to share? Thank you.
Hi. I would like to present our company that is Vortex Business Architecture. We'll be showing up a video so you can have an intro of what the company is, and then I will start the presentation. All right.
It's loading, and so hopefully it'll load. Here we go.
All right.
Mismo negocio, dos realidades. ¿Cuál eliges? No se trata solo de la organización. Se trata de tu libertad. El valor no se improvisa, se estructura. Vortex Business Architecture.
So with that being said, let me just go right away with the.
We only have about 2 or 3 minutes. So
All right. Perfect. With that being said, let me just go to the actual presentation. We can talk about it. So imagine that you can pass your time with your family and your loved ones instead of going, with the workflow and just keeping yourself for movements that are based on your will, not the company will. So with that being said, we actually move towards the medium and small business that are part of the Puerto Rico market, and we're expanding out of Puerto Rico, starting with Florida. With that being said, we actually are Vortex Business Architecture, and we look for an enterprise architecture that will master blueprint your vision, your structure, your values to a policy that will help to manage a movement towards the automation, towards the CRM. So our customers usually will start from a step back, from just going directly to a CRM, rather than just optimizing and understanding your business itself as it is. We as part of the Global Chamber opportunities that we have been a part of. Genaro, that is our CEO, he's part of the member of the board chair of Puerto Rico Chamber. So we have been really part of the movement, understanding any business that is around us and is globally out there to manage all that intelligence and put it on our customers' business. At least for our experience, as an example, we have a 30% of engagement that we have worked with a company, a recent company that we can't well put out the name because of the client confidentiality situation, but we improve 30% in operational resiliency in at least their lead management. For this purpose, they actually now have time to work now on different mentoring teams, or actually enjoying their lives a little bit with their loved ones, because that's what we as a Vortex business architect trying to work with. We work more with the lifestyle of a CEO, COO, or the C-suite that will need to engage into their business without them being into their business operations and being sure that they can actually move on with their companies. At least for the purpose of this presentation, we're given a 90 minutes free consultation for every single member that will need any information, any anything that will be an actual benchmark or business benchmark that will help everyone with their business and at least have a point of view of what they got. Instead of moving towards our services, we like to share with people what we see in their company and how we can help them, rather than giving an actual consultation paid. So with that being said, I'm sorry. During the call, you will shoot 3 critical KPIs. We will show you the details so clearly that doing nothing will feel like losing money. Approval phase 1 with 72 hours, and we carve 7% of implementation because of the momentum. We love speed, actually. So with that being said, we are part of the Global Chamber. We're here happy to connect with every single member and understanding the opportunities that we have and we can bring to the table with everyone on board.
Fantastic. And I apologize that we didn't leave enough time here at the end. So Cesar, are you there? And I think you guys, you know them very well. Are you available to say hi? Oh, Cesar, are you there? Sorry, I thought that was you. I guess not. So you know Cesar, I presume you guys you're not in Ponce as well, are you?
No, we are here in Bayamón.
Okay.
Near to San Juan. He's in that's the north of the island. He's on the south of the island. But we're really tied up. We have been working different events, and we have worked a lot of stuff that I don't know if you remember the International Brunch Convention that was part of a movement of our clients, and we actually managed to bring him to talk to the people about the opportunity of Global Chambers. So every time we have an opportunity to go out to the public, we just bring everyone who actually is out there to bring opportunities to our customer, plus anyone who's involved in the situation. So if we're gonna have all the contacts of everyone in the chat, and later on I will send you the form so you can distribute it to the members so they can have their schedule. At least schedule a meeting with us, sitting down, having an opportunity to understand how we can help them.
Fantastic. How do people get a hold of you? Have you already put your information in the chat area?
Yeah, I actually put it in the chat. There's an email for sales, and there's an actual phone number that they can call.
Yeah, thank you, Tamra, for sharing. Appreciate it. That's the end of our program. Sorry we went a bit over. That's my bad facilitation. I'll try to get better. I've loved the way Andrew and Gregor, I like that comment that about your age. You are young in spirit, and I am older than I appear as well. So thank you for those comments. This is Friday. It's July 18th. You're at Global Chamber, and Global Chamber is dedicated to our members to allow them to be more successful, to grow across regions and borders. That's our daily focus. That's our hourly focus. That's what we get focused in on every moment of every day. You matter to us. And so I know your business matters to you, and Global Chamber, the tribe, cares about others because it takes a village to grow globally. So thank you for your support of us. Thank you for your support of this community as we learn to be better and learn better to support you. Have a great rest of your Friday and a great weekend. If you have any needs at any time, just reach out and we're here. Take care, everybody.
Thank you, Doug. Thank you.
Right, thank you. Nice to meet
Thank you, Rabia. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye now.
Thank you, Yamo. Appreciate it.
You're welcome.